Live from the studios of First Coast News, Jordan Wilkerson.
First Coast Living live.
And David Benfield.
Sounds good to me.
Well, come join us.
This is First Coast Living.
Well, that wraps up another First Coast Living. I'm Jordan Wilkerson. All right. Hey, has anyone seen David?
He said something about needing some space.
What? What does that mean? I'm gonna call him.
Luke, I am your father.
No! Hey, they get really good reception out here. David Ben Kenobi.
David, where are you?
I just needed some space, Jordan.
Well, when are you coming back? Was it something I said?
From producer Frederick Estrada.
5,
Closer, get us that
4,
closer.
3,
We have an issue.
1.
Starring Jordan Wilkerson
What does this button do?
Oh, no, press it.
and David Benfield.
Time to make our way back into orbit.
First Coast Living Productions presents Space Coast Living.
Welcome to Space Coast Living. We're at the Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex.
Yes, and we're going to be kids for a day. We're going to learn a little bit. We're going to have a lot of fun. I don't even know where to start, but I'm ready to get like an astronaut.
Let's go. You ready to go? Let's go.
Okay.
All right, guys, Jordan and I packed up our stuff and took a 2.5-hour drive to Cape Canaveral so we could experience the history, the science, and the beauty of the Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex.
The Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex is the visitor center at NASA's Kennedy Space Center on Merritt Island, Florida. It features exhibits and displays as well as historic spacecraft and memorabilia.
The visitor complex also has daily presentations from a veteran NASA astronaut, a bus tour, and much more. It's a fantastic experience that everyone should try once.
That's right, David. From the moment we walked in, it just wowed us by all the displays around us. You enter and you can't miss the Space Shuttle Atlantis, a mighty full-scale space shuttle stack of 2 solid rocket boosters and an orange external tank. You can see it from a mile away. It is absolutely breathtaking.
Yeah, it is amazing, and that's even before you go inside the building. There's also the Rocket Garden.
Oh my gosh, yes, this was so cool.
The Rocket Garden is one of Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex's most photographed attractions throughout their entire history. And how could it not be with all those rad spaceships? Come on, when you tour amongst these giants, you're walking among incredible, authentic machines that pioneered America's space exploration.
And most of the rockets you're seeing are real, though never flown in space. So something to remember is that in the early days of America's space program, the U.S. did not reuse or retrieve rockets once they've launched. So while these rockets have not been to space, it does not mean they are not real rockets.
Oh, and guys, walking around those things, the giant spaceships, it was truly a breathtaking moment to say the least. And one of my favorite was the Delta II. I mean, it looked incredible with the shark head.
Yes, it was so cool.
One of the newest rockets at the Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex, the Delta II has been in service for nearly 30 years. This rocket is the first modern-era vehicle to join the Rocket Garden's collection from the Mercury, Gemini, and Apollo programs. Now, some of its notable missions, a Delta II rocket launched NASA's Mars rovers, Spirit and Opportunity, and the Phoenix Mars lander. It also launched a bunch of GPS missions for the United States Air Force, and it has more than 150 launches in its history.
More than 150 launches, that is crazy. Well, for me, I really liked the Saturn 1B. It was one of the only ones that was laying horizontally and not, up on end like it's ready to be launched. I really liked that I was able to see so many details because it was laying on its side. So a little bit different perspective there. And this rocket at the Kennedy Space Station Visitor Complex is the last remaining intact and flight configured Saturn 1B left in existence. Some of its notable missions, the Saturn 1B launched Apollo 7, the first crewed mission of the Apollo program. It also tested early hardware for the Apollo missions before the Saturn V rocket was available. And after the Apollo program in 1973, this type of rocket launched 3 missions to the Skylab space station in outer space.
Whoa, Jordan, I'm so glad that we got to experience and share all of this.
And this is just the start, David.
guys, on this episode of David Will Do It, Jordan joins me, and we're at the Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex at the Astronaut Training Experience, and we're gonna try the microgravity simulator. You ready for this?
We are?
Oh yeah, we are. It's gonna be great.
Okay.
Let's go, come on. Well, nothing to be worried about. Have a seat.
What?
I'm Mr. Benfield here at Mission Command. We're gonna send Jordan out to fix one of the arms at the International Space Station. Let's hope she doesn't screw this up. Everyone's depending upon her.
Okay.
Yes.
Holy cow.
You see that you've got movement. You're good.
All right, I'm locked and loaded. I'm a new astronaut, so.
Big ambition, here we go. Okay, so the VIDS unit is nearing the end of its life. It's time to replace it. Let's move to station 108. Scanning for problems. Here we go. Stand by. There's an issue with the CEM unit. It's been detected. Move to station 72.
All right. Dunzo.
Confirmed. All right, you're about to complete this. This is your last chance to finish up your task before moving on. Oh no!
Oh God.
Warning!
Oh, that wasn't alarming at all.
No, it's probably like a solar storm is headed towards the station. Let's collect dust samples before the storm changes. Okay, move to station 84. Got it. Repeat, station 84.
All right, I'm locked and loaded. You want me to take this out?
All right. Stand by. Yes, remove the dust environment. Do not touch the gray.
Oh gosh.
Just an oh gosh.
It's safe.
Oh yeah, don't let it fall on your face. Good job. Yep, all right, replacing it now.
Okay, replace.
Run a new diagnostic. Running diagnostics. All right, all of them look good.
Yay, we did it!
The microgravity simulator is part of the Astronaut Training Experience Center at Kennedy Space Center. As part of the experience, you and your group will work together to successfully complete a series of training challenges needed to set you on a path to Mars. This is one out of 4 missions offered to guests for their own personal mission to Mars experience. There are a couple things to keep in mind. ATX training stages must be purchased in addition to daily admission. All ATX training stages are for individuals and groups ages 10 and older. Trainees that are ages 10 to 17 will require a paying, participating adult. Program is presented in English both verbally and in text. The maximum weight for all simulators is 275 pounds, and closed-toed shoes are required. All right, Jordan, I think it's time to switch it up.
Does it look cool?
This is cool, man. This is rad.
Professional telemarketer.
Whoa.
Astronauts, are you ready to go? On a space station, sometimes we need to go out and make manual adjustments. This might mean checking cables. Let's run a scan. Can you hear me, David?
I can hear you.
Uh-oh, an error has been detected somewhere in the station. Run a scan of the primary systems. Okay, David, go to station 72.
Station 72, copy 72.
Make sure you connect your chair tether to the truss when you get there.
Copy that.
How does it feel to be in space, David?
This is pretty great. All right, we're ready to,
Okay,
we're ready for station 72.
so you're gonna locate the CEM unit.
Copy CEM unit located.
Is the gold PDU cable connected?
They are connected to all 3 of them. Which one do you want, CEM 1, 2, or 3?
Well, it says press the button below.
Reset button, pressing reset button on CEM 1. CEM 1 reset.
Do all of them.
CEM 2 reset. CEM 3 reset.
I'm gonna run a diagnostic on that.
Diagnostic confirmed.
It has failed. We have to replace it. Unit 1.
Unit 1, replacing Unit 1. Stand by.
So you're going to disconnect the gold PDU cable.
Gold PDU cable disconnected.
And then get the wrench.
Wrench is in pocket.
Nice.
CEM Unit 1 removed.
Okay.
CEM Unit 2 installing now.
Perfect. I can see you at work.
Hold on, reattaching cable now.
Okay.
Cable reattached.
All right, I'm gonna run diagnostic on that. All right, everything's good.
Copy.
Great job. Disconnect the chair tether.
Disconnecting chair tether. Chair has been disconnected.
A solar storm is heading towards the station, so we need to collect the dust samples.
Oh,
So
dust samples.
you're gonna go to station 84.
Station 84, copy that. Station 84.
And remember, don't touch the gray.
That's right, we do not want to contaminate our sample here. Stand by, I'm latching myself in
Okay.
to the arm. I'm latched into the arm. I'm right at station 84. What do you need?
Okay, so you're gonna remove, it says don't touch the tray, of course,
Yeah.
but remove the dust environment. Basically, you're gonna take it out of the middle and then like fold it in half.
All right.
Are there any dents or scratches or anything?
Negative. Looks good. Everything looks fine.
Okay.
Getting it off. Putting in the replacement now. Stand by.
Nice.
Stand by.
And when you're done, you can disconnect.
Stand by. All right. Reconnected. Now I'm detaching myself from
Okay.
the arm. Stand by.
So there has been an error detected now. I'm gonna run a new scan. It's time to replace the VIDS unit, so move to station 108.
Station 108. Copy that. Removing VIDS unit on my way. Stand by. I'm gonna attach myself to the arm.
Locate the VIDS unit.
VIDS unit located.
Okay. Is the blue PDU cable connected?
Blue cable is connected.
Disconnect that.
Disconnecting cable. Stand by. Stand by. Cable disconnected.
Okay.
Wrench in hand.
You're gonna unbolt and remove the unit.
Copy. Stand by.
You're gonna pass that over to Sam the man.
All right. VIDS unit has been turned off. Stand by for new VIDS unit.
You're doing great out there, kid.
Thank you very much. Reconnecting cable.
All right.
Stand by.
Locked and loaded. I'm
Cable.
running diagnostics.
Cable reconnected.
All right, it's working perfectly.
Excellent. Detaching myself from arm.
Okay, we are out of time, so I guess that's good. Good job.
All right. Cool.
Let's see our score. 275. I don't know, what is that out of though? Is that good?
Hey guys, stick around because Space Coast Living will be right back. Are you ready to go?
Yeah, what button do we push?
That one! Science! We're here for it. We are at the Mosh, and Alec is with us. He is the educational manager, and we're going to learn some sciencey stuff about fireworks. So we have some cool like experiments that we're going to do, and we're going to get our learn on. So if you guys are ready, we are ready. Alec is ready.
Thanks for having us.
Let's do
Thanks
it,
for
man.
being out. All right, let's get started. So, if you've got fireworks, you have to have fire, right?
Yeah.
Now, there are 3 things you need for a fire. We've got them all here.
Okay.
You're gonna
Okay.
need oxygen.
Yeah.
Hopefully we're all breathing that
Check.
right now.
Doing good?
All right. We've got some fuel here.
Okay.
And we've also got our
The
spark.
igniter.
Now,
All
we don't have a
right.
flame right now because they aren't all combined. We have to get that reaction going, right?
Okay.
Thankfully, Uncle Whoosh here, our whoosh cannon, has contained all of our oxygen for us.
Gotcha.
So if I get one of you to put a whole bunch of that fuel in there for us,
My hair's
really douse
longer
it
and
down.
flammable with the product, so we're not going to do that part.
Yeah, always got to be safe.
Yeah, and we want
Safe
to
but
say,
fun.
don't try
Whole
this
bunch,
at
Make sure
home.
you get some up the sides too.
Cool, yeah. Get that
Don't try this at home. This is for the professionals here.
All the way up to the top there.
Nice.
You want to get an extra big fire?
Yeah!
All right,
Oh,
let's try an
gosh.
extra big fire here.
Kind of nervous.
What do you got?
We are gonna have
Yeah,
to
just
just.
pour it
Oh
in
my
there.
god.
Let's have some fun.
Yes!
There we are. All right. Are we all ready?
Look at you.
I'm a little
Now,
nervous.
yeah. Whenever we're doing science, you have to be safe.
Yeah,
Yes.
We're
back
gonna ask
up.
everyone back up just a little
right,
bit.
backing up.
And we're gonna count down. All right.
All right.
Ready? Three.
3,
2,
1.
Yes! Wow!
What?
That was so cool.
That was awesome. We gotta, Fred, you gotta make that in slow-mo for a second shot of that.
That's
happened so quickly.
cool. Okay, what just happened?
Yeah, how
man?
did it not
So-
melt the thing?
There's so many things going on here.
Holy cow.
A lot of it is that speed. You know how it went so fast?
Yeah.
It's not like your campfire at home, right?
Right.
And that's because our whoosh bottle is containing all of that oxygen.
Okay.
It's having that reaction going. It eats through not only the fuel, it also eats through the oxygen.
Okay.
So we can replace the fuel if you want to try again.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you'll see what happens when you have less oxygen. And we're gonna be extra fair. We're still gonna have all that extra jump in there to give it the best chance possible.
Yeah.
But there will
But any kind of reaction is always going to need its limiting factor.
Okay.
In this case, it's going to be that oxygen that runs out the fastest because it's contained.
Here we go.
So you ready to go again?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, you ready?
Ready?
Super ready?
3, 2, 1.
What? Great sound effect. Oh my gosh, that's so interesting.
So yeah, it didn't have as much of that oxygen to work
I know,
off
I was
of.
still scared. I
So
was nervous.
now we're basically just pulling the oxygen from like a red right here,
Yeah.
right?
Exactly. You saw right where that flame was going.
Yeah. So we can't get flames down here because now we're like blocking the oxygen from getting in there, correct?
Exactly. You're all still refilling the tank down there.
Yeah. That's cool.
That was really cool. But that little, what'd you call it, an explosion?
A whoosh.
Whoosh!
So is this the kind of stuff that like kids can come, like for field trips or even families when they come here? Like this is the stuff you'll teach them?
Oh, absolutely. We do chemistry, we do physics, we do biology, really anything and everything related to science, even electricity happens in this room.
That's so cool.
So it's a perfect way to beat the heat in the summer, man. You get
Absolutely.
it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's
Whether you're on
cool.
a field trip, a camp, or even just general mission for the day,
Yeah.
this is something that you can add on to your day for that little extra spark.
Man, that was an extra spark. I was not expecting that. Did you see my face? Well, speaking of sparks, we're making fireworks with another experiment at the Mosh. You'll just have to stick around to find out more. But now let's head back to the Kennedy Space Center for more Space Coast living.
David, where am I?
Hold tight, hold tight. You're walking on Mars. Stand by. Hold on 1 second.
Okay.
Hey guys, we're at the Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex at the Astronaut Training Experience, and we are gonna walk on Mars. You ready? It's cool, right?
I guess I
I gotta go get my headset on. All right, here we go.
Okay. David, where do you go? Oh gosh.
All right, guys, it is time to take our mission to space. This time, instead of taking turns on the hot seat, David and I, with the help of some folks from the Astronaut Training Experience, took the task at hand simultaneously to see if we could both handle being an astronaut on Mars. So just like the microgravity simulator, there are different roles folks can take. There's a station at mission control. Like the previous simulation, the person at this station is responsible for speaking to David or me about the tasks needed to succeed in our mission and suggesting the best ways to complete them.
Now, check the power terminal. If not all breaker lights are yellow, you may have a faulty battery.
They also warned us of any issues with our equipment or dangers we might encounter in space.
You've been caught in an intense dust storm. Head to the habitat and prepare to take shelter.
Thankfully, no contact was made with any extraterrestrials, but we still had a fantastic time. Regarding the roles
Okay,
David and I took, we had to get some gear ready. A virtual headset that would allow us to see all the wonders in space and communicate back to mission control. And a set of controls, one for each hand with paddles and buttons. This is how David and I explored and walked through Mars. We had a designated area we could walk around, but there was limitation on how far we could go. This will not give you the effect of walking with no gravity in space. However, it does allow you to feel what it would be like to experience the environment and challenges of doing space work on Mars. All ATX training stages are for individuals and groups ages 10 and older. Trainees aged 10 to 17 will require a paying, participating adult, but this experience has been so fantastic that I recommend anyone look into the Walkin Mars simulator when planning a trip to the Kennedy Space Center.
Whew. Wow, it's so much brighter.
Wow, that's so cool. Ah, welcome back to Earth, everybody. Wow.
Welcome back to Earth. Yeah, you had better control.
Wow, look at all this stuff.
Imagine having to learn all this.
Oh my gosh.
What? Hey guys, stick around because Space Ghost Living. We'll be right back.
What does this button do?
Hold on, press it.
Live from the studios of First Coast News, Jordan Wilkerson
First Coast Living live.
and David Benfield.
Sounds good to me.
Well, come join us.
This is First Coast Living.
All right, folks, let's explore the Gateway, the Deep Space Launch Complex. This complex explores the future of space travel while highlighting what's happening right now in the space program. First, see the spacecraft of today and the visionary designs paving the way for human space travel, and discover the current cutting-edge space exploration innovations from NASA and commercial partners. Here's a preview of what you can see inside. Let's start with the Orion Exploration Flight Test, EFT-1, seen here on display. The EFT-1 was launched in 2014 for Lockheed Martin's Capsule's maiden voyage test mission. You heard that right. This piece of scientific technology flew into space, and you can see it inches right in front of you. Along with the SLS rocket, the Orion spacecraft will soon play an essential role in returning humans to the moon in NASA's Artemis missions. One of the cool things is that you can explore Orion's features and compare them to the Apollo capsules of the past through interactive screens. Next, we have the SpaceX Cargo Dragon COTS-2. The Dragon was the first commercial spacecraft to deliver and return cargo from the International Space Station in 2012. Again, this piece of science and technology actually flew to space, and you can see it with your own eyes at the Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex. So let's continue the theme with science technology that actually has been to outer space with the SpaceX Falcon 9 booster. It's hard to miss the flight-proven SpaceX booster suspended overhead. This booster flew twice, most notably as a side booster for the Falcon Heavy test flight in 2018. And for a taste of the future, we also got the Sierra Space Dream Chaser. This is a replica of the Dream Chaser. The Dream Chaser will perform cargo resupply missions to the International Space Station for NASA. It's a reusable spaceplane that can land on existing commercial runways and provides a space vehicle for NASA and private industry. The Dream Chaser replica is a full-size model suspended from the ceiling as if it were flying through space. Another cool piece of the future is the Boeing CST-100 Starliner mock-up capsule. This mock-up, created to test how the CST-100 Starliner crew module would work during a real mission, has been used for several hours of actual training. The CST-100 Starliner can carry 4 to 5 astronauts and cargo and is designed for a ground landing rather than water. The mock-up capsule has interactive touchscreens that allow you to discover more. And have you thought about the environment needed in a spaceship to live in outer space? Well, in the Lockheed Martin Space Habitat, you can step into this full-scale mock-up of what a habitat orbiting the moon can look like. The habitat shows the need to take advantage of all the space, both on the floor and the ceiling, to get the most functionality. Well, in the Lockheed Martin Space Habitat, you can step into a full-scale mock-up of what a habitat orbiting the moon can look like. The habitat shows the need to take advantage of all the space, both on the floor and the ceiling, to get the most functionality. And one of my favorites, the Boeing spacesuit. Can you guys guess why?
I was just thinking, we look pretty good in blue.
That would look great on us.
All jokes aside, this replica spacesuit features authentic elements of those worn by Starliner astronauts. And guys, that's not even half of everything you can see or experience at the Gateway, the Deep Space Launch Complex. So book your trip today to the Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex. For more segments like this, you know you can always download the FCN Plus app.
Fireworks. You not only think of the fire, you also think of those beautiful colors that
Yes.
go on. Right. So, the way they get those is actually chemistry.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, chemistry can be really fun.
Yes.
Chemistry is very fun. You can do a lot of fun, cool things with chemistry.
So, what we have here are 3 different salts that are the kind of elements that might be used in a firework.
So they use a salt
They
or something
they
similar.
use something similar.
Interesting.
Since you have to have different things that make up the fireworks themselves, you want to make sure it
Okay.
doesn't conflict with that. They're
Right.
essentially the same elements. So you've got copper in the middle of our blue powder.
Oh.
We have also got some sodium going on, and we have got potassium as well.
Oh.
Now, see, the blue looks very different. You're going to expect it to be a different flame. Believe it or not, these two should also give us a different
Yeah,
flame
even though those
color.
are white, it's going to turn to a color?
Exactly, because
So cool.
of that element, that chemical element.
chemical
that's-
reactions.
Okay.
So, who wants to go this time?
I'll do this
Yeah,
one.
yeah,
I
cool.
feel safer with this
Do
one
this.
because we just need how much?
Just a dollop on top of each.
Just a dollop. Oop, that one's
And
a
you'll
big
see
dollop.
here, I didn't
Little
talk about
dollop.
this one.
Do you still want me to put it
Yeah,
there? Okay.
that is going to be our control.
So there's no powder there, it's just the fuel.
Exactly.
Okay.
In science, you've always got to have a control when you're testing variables, the things you change to see what happens when you change something.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to show us what happens when you just have the fuel itself and our spark.
Okay, cool.
So are you ready?
Yep.
This
Still gonna
one's-
back up a little though.
Fair enough. And if we could actually get someone to dim the lights for us real quick here.
Ooh, yeah, so we can really see the color.
Actually. Perfect.
Oh.
Yeah, whoa!
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, it's not like this one.
No.
This one's more beauty than bronze.
Ooh, it has like a greenish.
Oh, yeah. That one's kind of like a blue.
Like a
though.
purpley blue.
So,
Wow.
what's happening here is by adding that flame, it is moving those elements up to another energy level. And that reaction changes the interaction with the wavelengths that we're seeing, that color. It's
Right.
giving us different colors of flame, even though those powders looked really similar.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
That's very brilliant. That's so cool, huh?
And even though, yeah, just with the fuel by itself, it's a teenier flame, but it's there.
And it's still beautiful in its own right. It gives you that bright blue, that's gonna
Yeah.
be that nice heat that's coming off of it.
Oh, that was so cool.
That's cool. All right, so 2 down, 1 to go. What else you got for me?
So another thing we think of when we think of fireworks is big booms,
Yes.
right?
Boom.
So, I'm not gonna make a big boom in here, but we have something called a boom cannon.
Yeah, you
It
do.
lets us use
course you do.
force and air to actually move objects. So, we need 2 volunteers. Looks like we already got them.
Woo! I'll do it, I'll do it, I'll do it.
Yeah, do you pull volunteers when kids are in here?
Oh, absolutely!
Oh, that's cool,
Not
yeah.
necessarily for flames.
Right, in the
but-
safe ones like
But
this.
for the safe ones like this, absolutely all ages, kids all the way up to grandparents. I love to have everyone.
That's fun.
We're gonna need someone to pilot our boom cannon and another one to have a cup on top of your head as the target.
What do you want to do?
I kind of want to hit. I want to
Okay.
feel what it
You wanna
feels
feel
like.
it? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I want to see what it feels like.
So if you want to put that right on top of your head for us.
Okay, little William Tell action.
So as you can see on here, we've got 2 different sides. We have one side that is fully covered
Yep.
and another side that has a hole. That's gonna give us our direction.
Okay.
And this is where we're gonna apply our force. So just like on a windy day where air molecules are moving around, able to move things off our heads like a hat,
Right.
we are essentially making wind by applying that force to our boom cannon, which should, by aiming through that hole, be able to knock that cup off our
Right,
head.
so I just like
Oh, gosh.
smack this thing.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So you aim right through here.
All right, so aim. There's
Hi.
it. Hello, Jordan. Ready?
Here we go.
Here you go. 3, 2, 1. Whoa!
That was
Nice
so
shot.
cool.
That was great. That was
I didn't
awesome.
even feel. You aimed it so perfectly. I didn't even feel it on my face. It just hit the cup.
Whoa.
All right, I kind of want to try it now for you.
Absolutely.
That's
Let's swap.
cool. All right, let's do it. Let's do it.
This is cool.
Switch
All right,
these.
hopefully I'm a good shot. Let's.
That was cool.
So
man.
aim the hole towards the actual cup, not
Yes.
his face.
And this is
Although we can have some fun with this.
This is how we're able to direct those air molecules, is that opening right in the middle. It's not
Okay.
only a sight for us, it is directing that air.
All right, here we go.
Nice.
Yeah! Good
I don't think I hit it as hard as you, but it
No,
worked.
it's okay. It worked. Good job.
But that perfectly demonstrates
That's
how
so
the
cool.
amount of force that you apply
Yeah.
actually affects the movement of those air molecules.
That's so
perfect.
neat.
Rad.
And one of the favorite things about my favorite things about the big fireworks is feeling that boom.
Yeah.
So that kind of like expresses how that, or it shows how that works.
That is
in
so
a way.
cool.
That's really cool. Thank
right.
you so much.
Alex, so tell everybody like what like what are the hours, like things like that. So give us the details for the folks at home.
Absolutely. So Science Live currently is running 12:30 and 2:30 p.m. on Saturdays, although that is subject to change as we're always changing up and staying curious here at Mars.
So probably go to the website to find out more.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Each Science Live show might be a little bit different. So you might go to the 12:30 and see one set of experiments, 2:30 and see a totally different.
Nice.
You might get to see liquid nitrogen one day. You might get to see a Tesla coil or a Van de Graaff generator with lightning another.
Yeah.
All in the same day.
Oh,
rad.
this is really cool.
That's cool.
Well, what is the website though, if we want to look a little more into it?
Just go to themosh.org and that will have all of your information ready for you.
Perfect. This was so fun. I
great.
felt like a kid again.
Yeah, that was so cool. Alec, thank you so much for having
Yes,
us here today.
Thank you for your volunteers.
That's so rad. And guys, if you want to watch segments like these, head over to FCN Plus.
Let's visit the Space Shuttle Atlantis. On April 12, 2011, the 30th anniversary of the launch of the first orbital spaceflight of NASA's Space Shuttle program, NASA announced the Space Shuttle Atlantis would be provided to the Visitor Center for display after its last flight on STS-135, the 135th and final mission of the American Space Shuttle program. Subsequently, this led to the decommissioning of the Space Shuttle Atlantis. The exhibit officially opened in 2013, offering a nearly 360-degree view of the shuttle. Atlantis is positioned at a 43-degree angle with the payload bay doors open, a view only previously seen in space. The exhibit also includes a life-size replica of the Hubble Space Telescope, a space telescope launched into low Earth orbit in 1990 and remains in operation today. It was not the first space telescope, but is one of the largest, most versatile and renowned telescopes for vital research. You can also find the shuttle program's Astrovan, a NASA vehicle used at the Kennedy Space Center to transport astronauts from the operations and checkout building to the launch pad before a mission, and for launch dress rehearsals, and back to the operations and checkout building following a shuttle landing during the Space Shuttle era. You can also see Dr. Maxime Fazet's shuttle prototype from 1969, a large-scale slide that people can ride on, mimicking the 22-angle slope of a space shuttle when landing, numerous astronaut training and shuttle simulators, and other displays about life in space. On the ground level is one of my favorite spots, the Forever Remembered exhibit. This exhibit commemorates the 14 astronauts lost in both the Space Shuttle Challenger and Space Shuttle Columbia disasters. This is an area where cameras are not allowed in respect to those who lost their lives and, of course, to their families. We were not about to break those rules, of course, but I will say this is one that I recommend people take their time when walking through. Forever Remembered includes personal artifacts from the astronauts, 2 recovered pieces of the shuttles, and footage of the physical and emotional recovery. Forever Remembered allows you to get to know these American heroes in a more profound manner. We get to learn about their personalities, their hobbies, their loved ones, and it is honestly one of the most beautiful exhibits in the Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Space Coast Living, everyone.
Yeah, it's time for some trivia. So what's the theme today?
What's the theme? It's space. Come on now.
Space!
Space!
And I'm trying not to get abducted by, looks like a member of your family
This is
here.
my cousin Bleep Bloop.
Yeah.
Why does it?
You're in good hands. He's okay.
Well, it looks like he might be struggling. Why is he struggling?
I mean, you're just hanging on the table. I love
He's
it.
had a long journey to get here.
Okay.
Just bear with Bleep Bloop.
As long as he doesn't hurt me.
All right, y'all ready?
He's a friend.
All right. Alien David's going to start it off because he loses most of these, so we got to give him some advantage.
Ah.
All right. What is the... Sorry, I don't think y'all can hear me without
Oh, right,
my mic,
yeah.
right?
Well, I can hear you now.
What, what is the smallest planet in our solar system? Neptune, Mercury, Pluto, or Uranus?
It is Mercury because Pluto has been demoted. It is not a planet.
That is correct. I thought I'd try to get you with that. Mercury is just 3,000 miles in diameter, making it less than half the size of the Earth.
It's weak.
All right, cool.
I like Pluto. As
Bleep bloop or Jordan. What is the hottest planet in our solar system? Venus, the Sun, Earth, or Jupiter?
Venus.
That's true.
Yeah. You know how I remember? My very educated mother, mother, just served 9 pizzas.
Oh, I like that. All right, cool. Do you know how hot Venus is?
I do not.
Y'all want to take a guess?
1,000 degrees.
850 degrees Fahrenheit.
Not going there.
Not going
Please
there.
Don't take me there.
Bleep bloop.
All right.
That's off grounds. You can't go to Venus.
Okay. All right. How long, David?
Yes.
How long does it take for the light to travel from the sun to the Earth?
3 minutes.
Stop.
I mean, that's
Guys, I'm an alien.
that's not correct.
What is it, like 5 minutes?
Miss Jordan,
All
is
right.
it 1 second, 30 minutes, and 5 seconds, 8 minutes, and 20 seconds,
it's
or
8.
1 hour?
It's 8 minutes.
8 minutes is correct.
Because I think I saw in a scary movie where they were like, if the sun goes down or out,
You have 8
we
minutes.
have 8 minutes.
It's
Oh my
a weird
God.
thing to think of.
That is
All
really
lighters
creepy.
All right, David, you'll like this one.
Yeah.
What was the first food ever eaten in space? Meat, ice cream, pizza, or grapes?
Man, I really want it to be pizza, but I think it's ice cream.
Okay, okay. Ice cream is incorrect.
Is it pizza?
Ooh, let me do grapes.
No, it is meat.
Ew.
The
Why do you
meat
gotta
was
say it that way?
pureed.
Right,
It's
you
meat.
gotta say it that way. Meat.
It's
weird.
The meat was poured into a tube and eaten like toothpaste.
Wait, isn't that how you guys eat?
That is true.
Yeah, well, listen,
Do y'all
I'm
eat?
an alien. Like,
Do you eat?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
I got a mouth. It's
All right.
little, but I got
Teeny
one.
tiny. It doesn't move
You
when
know,
you talk.
that's why I
It's
have to use
telepathy.
paste.
All right. How heavy is a NASA spacesuit?
Oh, wow.
Is it 50 pounds, 120 pounds,
Oh, God.
280, or 20 pounds?
I'll say 50.
All right, all right.
Makes me think it's not right.
It's not right.
No.
Is it 120 pounds?
That's
That
incorrect.
would have been my second
Yeah,
guess.
I mean,
280 pounds. What I'm wearing right now.
Yeah.
you're so strong.
I
dude.
know, I
You're just
appreciate it.
bebopping around 200 pounds strapped to your
I know,
body.
I know. All right, let's try to get through all these.
Impressed.
Who are we on? Jordan?
Yeah.
David.
guess first.
Alien David.
Sure.
About how many Earths could fit inside the sun? 100, 1,000, 1 million, or a billion?
I think I know my guess. Go for it.
Oh, is it me first? Yeah, what was the
Yeah.
first two?
100, 1,000, 1 million, 1 billion.
Let's go with 100 Earths.
100 Earths?
No, let's go with 1,000.
No,
A
no,
thousand.
you can't go back.
Hey, he can do 1,000. Sure.
1,000 Earths.
What do you think, Jordan?
I was going to say 1,000, so it's wrong.
Yeah, it's probably 100.
What is it?
1 million.
No way.
1 million Earths inside
I'm
the
such
sun.
a terrible alien.
Holy moly. Okay, y'all will like this one. Is it
Okay.
now, Jordan?
Yes.
What was the name of the first dog in space?
Aw.
And that's actually the dog right there.
Cute.
Just FYI.
I can't tell.
Is it Lassie, Laika, Pluto, or Petey? I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I looked it up last week, but now I forgot it. How to pronounce it.
Well, now I think it's what you just couldn't pronounce.
Oh my God.
But I'll go with my first, which was Petey. It's
not
wrong, isn't
Petey.
it? It's not Petey.
I gotta stop giving away these
Which
answers.
one was the one that he couldn't
I don't know.
It doesn't matter. Petey, Lassie, Pluto,
And Laika.
Laika.
Laika. Yeah.
Like a rock. I don't know why that made me.
All right, I'm back.
Song.
Okay. I gave that one to y'all. All right, who gets it next? David?
Sure.
It's too difficult.
It's fine. We'll tell you.
All right, what was the name of the first artificial satellite in space?
Oh, I know this one.
You're first.
Galileo, Cassini,
Yeah.
Mariner 9, or Sputnik?
Sputnik!
It's Sputnik.
Oh, good job.
All right, let's try to get through these quick. What is the fastest planet to orbit around our sun? Earth, Saturn, Mercury, Venus.
I would
Fastest
say
planet.
fastest would be Venus. Or Mercury.
It's Mercury.
Yes.
All right, 10. The Hubble telescope orbits the Earth and is powered by what? Rocket fuel, solar energy, nuclear energy, or all of the above?
How can it be all of the solar energy?
It's solar energy.
Oh, good job. Man, this is...
Was it tied?
Oh my God, hurry.
Oh gosh, he's wrapping
We
us.
have to do at least one
True or
more.
false? The moon is very windy.
False.
It's false. False. They all win.
Yay!
All right.
Does that mean I'm gonna get beamed still?
Yes. Blip Blip will take you away. It's okay. He'll return you.
All right, I think it's time to go to space then.
Yep. All right.
Hold my breath. What a fun day we have had.
That was amazing.
Oh my gosh.
That was crazy. What was your favorite part?
Well, I think doing the simulations,
Yeah.
you know, where you're actually in it.
Yeah.
But I will say, seeing the, what was it, the Atlantis?
Yeah.
Amazing.
That
That thing
whole
is
exhibit is huge.
massive.
It's so much bigger up close than you would have thought. Like, you know, you see it's pretty big. And
Right.
you see, like, you know, as it's attached to the rockets and stuff when you see it on TV. But it is so big in real life. It's unreal.
I didn't think it was as big as it actually is, and
Yeah.
you get to really see it. And of course, we had to go by the gift shop,
Of course.
right?
Yeah.
And we got some really
shirts.
fun stuff. Yeah, some stuff to wear, but also some stuff to try. I can't wait for us to try that astronaut ice cream. David will do it.
Absolutely.
I'll do it too.
Absolutely. I super dug. So the microgravity chair.
Oh, yeah.
When we were fixing those things, that's probably my favorite thing of the day because
Okay.
you really actually felt like
You're making,
like, yeah, like you're
fixing
doing
something.
stuff, right?
Yeah.
It was really pretty cool. The VR thing was amazing. I got so lost doing the VR thing because I really just wanted to look around instead
Right.
of actually do what he wanted me
Like,
to
can
do.
we just walk with these on? And they're
Seriously.
like, no, you gotta stay in your spot.
Yeah, you're like, oh man, I'm trying to go off the mountain. So
Yeah.
it was pretty great.
It was a safety reason, I'm sure. But yeah, no, it was a blast.
Yeah, the slide was great.
So fun.
I landed a space shuttle. That was pretty cool. And we didn't even crash.
Yeah, good job. Well, his pilot license helps with that, I'm
Right?
sure.
Yeah. We just glided safely to the Earth. No, it's really great. You guys should come out and check out this place.
There's so much to do.
It's like a gift over here in Florida, and it's only 2 hours away from Jacksonville. So it's a short ride. It's a day trip.
Yep.
It's a one-tank trip, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I feel like it is a little warm though, so maybe we should go get a
Yeah.
nice cool beverage.
Thirsty. Let's top this off. All right, guys, we really appreciate you hanging out with us today for Space Coast Living.
Yes.
See you guys later.
See you next time.